There was a lot of talks going on about, what's best for if I were to not bowl it last year, if I wanted to go into a job, career, but honestly, after the 4 years that I had, the people that I met, especially the last 2 or 3 years after we had kind of a coaching change my sophomore year to junior year, I wasn't quite ready to close my career here in that note. I had a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth with how it finished.
And so I don't necessarily think that it was in his immediate plans to continue and participate in graduate school. However, I definitely fought for that COVID year to be used and for him to continue.
I'm not gonna lie, at first when I met Andrew, it was very intimidating, one of the scariest experiences of my life because you are just meeting this big emotionless brick, and it is so hard to try to crack into that, I must say.
When I first met Andrew, I was very intimidated and honestly not impressed at all. He just seemed like your run-of-the-mill, tall baseball player boy who just decided to join the bowling team for a good time and some money. But as I got to know Andrew, he is just a world full of new ideas and different things. He is so funny, he is so caring, and he honestly is just a wild card. You never know what you're gonna get out of him.
As an athlete and just as a person in general, he is one of a kind. And I say that I've coached a lot of different personalities on this team. I also manage the bowling alley in which we practice in. I've bowled leagues with Andrew. He's been on my team, he's been on the opposing team, and quite honestly, in every space socially that we've shared together, I don't know that you can find many who beat him.
I like to think of myself as a very good friend, a good teammate, a good son, brother, all the things that I technically can be called. I feel like for a life situation, the people around you and that you love and care about, you should always be ready to help, take care of as much as you can.
Every day is honestly a new adventure with him. He is so caring, so compassionate, and honestly, he's just a big goofball, and that's probably my favorite trait about him.
It is always something different every day, a new experience all the time, new ideas, new fun things that I've never even heard of or experienced, and he just brings so much life and fun to the table.
I'm big into anything relating sports, outside activities, or anything. If you go to my trunk right now, I have golf clubs, tennis rackets, volleyballs, basketballs, anything you can name it. I'm honestly ready for a pickup game of some sort.
Andrew is an all-around athlete. He is pretty much good at everything. That's why he carries it around in his trunk, and if he's not, he's gonna work at it until he is.
He truly is one who strives to be the best, but also is so supportive for anyone around him in whatever network you find yourself in relation to him.
There's a lot of talks going on about, what's best for if I were to not bowl it last year, if I wanted to go into a job, career, but honestly, after the 4 years that I had, the people that I met, especially the last 2 or 3 years after we had kind of a coaching change my sophomore year to junior year, I wasn't quite ready to close my career here in that note.
And I had to fight for that 4th semester. I had to fight tooth and nail for that 4th semester. He graduated last May, which love to see it. However, I don't necessarily think that a master's was in his immediate plans after he graduated, but I 100% begged and pleaded for him to stay in some sort of school so he could bowl his COVID year.
There's obviously some unfinished business. I came back for a reason. I want to have a great year, and I'm very glad my decision to come here 4 years ago. Well, I honestly just love the guys here, so I wanted one more chance. Truly thankful for everything I have, and I'm excited for the rest of the year.
He's one of the most genuine, caring, and protective people I've ever met, and he is all of the traits that you would want from a teammate, a family member, and a good friend.
When we got here, he honestly was like a 170, 180 average bowler at best, and he has continuously every day worked on his game, taken all the practice time as an opportunity to get better, and he works so hard, and now I believe that he is one of the best guys on the team, and he has so much potential.
I share lots of spaces with Andrew McWhorter, whether that's league, whether that's him just coming into practice, whether that's, you know, in being involved in other people's bowling, and there's very few times where I've seen him not be able to take a task and achieve it to the fullest.
I hope people around me will say the same thing, that I am carrying, you know, all those things that I mentioned. I just want to carry that on to my teammates, obviously my girlfriend, my coaches, my roommates, Shelby, Zach, everybody around me I care greatly for, thankful to be around, and honestly I want to change it for the world. So.